All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Lion! 11. Silver.
Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the grab. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Well, how about that adrenaline? First play of the game, and we have a catch that we're going to talk about probably the rest of this game and straight into the highlights.
Right out of the gate. What an effort. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Rip, 23.
A give running right, ETN. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles. Nice job there, stopping him for a loss.
Ready.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Lisa, 24. Here we go, son.
Here's Lawrence. Throw out wide is incomplete. This defense for the Titans, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Route. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. The back foot throw there is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he is caught. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
All right, let's go.
Now Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Seven 0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Right 24. Tight.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Calvin Ridley, touchdown Titans. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Red on red.
They go play action with Lawrence. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Titans are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
Levis back to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Trayvon Walker. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Levis looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And taken at the 46. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! 11, 11. Go, go, let's go! 30 left.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, I'm gun.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He's got Granson, his tight end. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Etienne. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1.
Hey,
2nd and goal from the 1.
Silver.
One more time with Etienne. And this time he is in. Yes. Travis Etienne. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here could really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up about how they feel about each other and their standing in the league. Because these two teams, they've really been the cream of the crop in their division. So this game, it's been looming on both of their schedules.
You look at this Jaguar defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the number 1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Tracy,
play action now. Levis able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Mike 13.
Levis to throw once more. He finds his man, Pollard. He's still on his feet. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
Diamond.
They'll run with Pollard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Mike 13.
Now Levis. Swinging this out for Pollard. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tony Pollard. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. And how about that return? Inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. Maybe I go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Lou. Easy. 11, again. There we go.
Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
Zero's down, 90's down, 49 Rita.
Levis to throw off play action. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Jags are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in.
Hey,
the return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the 46, here's second down and 7.
Rip, 23, safe right.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And Thomas has it. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Go.
Now Lawrence. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Agate. Hey, easy. Ralph. Check.
ETN once more.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
3rd and 8.
Hey, run. Hey, kill.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack. and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Mike zero. 49's down, 22 Rita. Set hut.
Levis to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Army. Hold on. Like that.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he stopped immediately there.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Rita. Panda.
Levis out of the shotgun now.
He hits his target, Lockett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Yeah, Mike 54.
Levis from the gun. That's complete downfield to Okonkwo.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Levis sets up to throw here.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
22 Linda. Hey, 24 Linda. Select green 18 green. Select.
And Levis going back to the air.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Titans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Right, let's go.
And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so. From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Lawrence will throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hey, go! 11. Here we go.
Again, it's Lawrence. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Tracy, wheels.
Here's Levis. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Hey, Mayday. Like 49. Destroy!
Working from the gun. Here's Levis. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set them back on 2nd. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6.
22 Linda, 22 Linda. My 90, my 90.
Levis. Open man downfield is Ridley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Foye Aluakon finding his way to the ball for a stop, a tackle for loss.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
22 Rita.
Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Diamond. Mike 46. Mike 46.
Levis out of the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Pollard will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Hey, Lion.
And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Left. Hey, I'm gun. Hot.
On play action, Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
13, Luke.
They go play action now. Lawrence. This ball caught by Strange. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. Third quarter
left.
action.
Hey, run. Red.
Play action. It's Lawrence. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. That is caught. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come...
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's second and goal.
On the red. Here we go. Hey, Jupiter. Sink right. Riggs. Here we go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now from way back there after the sack. It's third and goal. A long third and goal.
Go. Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
A nightmare on third and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll bring him back within 4.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And it's complete right back to Ridley.
Now he's loose again. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And now a fake there on the jet sweep as they'll get to Pollard.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown.
Tony Pollard taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Titans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
2nd and 10.
Hey, hey, hey. Silver.
Now Lawrence. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Think right open, open. Go, go. Street.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
11. Hot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Titans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Levis back to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. It's Levis. He's got his target. That's complete. He's to the 15. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Pollard going to try the right side. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tony Pollard taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Titans stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Antonio Johnson makes the stop. Good gain there on first down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Zero's down, 90 down, 49 Rita.
Running right, it's Pollard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Second and 9.
49, Mike 49.
Here's Pollard again. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, easy,
Well, this
route,
game,
route,
it has had
route,
no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Gun. Hey, run.
Lawrence. He's going deep for Brown. Touchdown, Jaguars. De'Ami Brown, 47 yards. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Now the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now a 2nd and 6. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Here we go.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Mike 13.
A give to Pollard running left. A solid stiff arm. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense